What's up YouTube, it's Exit Reality here, coming at you with a quick video. Just some thoughts about my PlayStation 4. I've had it for a while now I had an intention that I was going to make a video about it and just let you know the first things that are cool or not cool about it. I will eventually make a review video. I just want to get my quick thoughts out there because I've made some videos in a while, and I thought it's important that if any of you are looking for a system at all, or if you're thinking about getting a new system for yourselves or family, that you can get a little opinion about what the PlayStation 4 is all about and if you should get Xbox One instead of it. Um, so here's the thing, all my friends are getting PlayStation 4. If your friends get Xbox and you've heard that PlayStation is so much better, it's not. The performance in a PlayStation 4 is supposed to be better. However, the systems look very similar when you play them. The Xbox controller still feels a little bit better. The PlayStation 4 controller is a huge improvement from the PlayStation 3 controller. Here, I'll get it quick. So this is the controller. It's got the touchpad here. The two joysticks actually are inverted, or they go in, but there's still a bump that comes out, which I really like in them. All the buttons, the touchpad is new. The light bar, which I think is really cool, but when you're playing in your room and it's dark, it's really annoying because it's so bright. But the feel of the controller is a lot more solid and sturdy than the PlayStation 3. The PlayStation 3 felt hollow and really cheap, and this one feels pretty good. I like the feel of it a lot better. Now, the Xbox One, the controller looks a little bit bulkier, but actually the controller is smaller, and it fits your hands a little bit better than normal. But this video is about PlayStation 4, so I'm going to talk about that. Things that I've really liked about it is the engine improvements. So graphics are not a huge upgrade. They look really nice, but it's not like the pixel density got a lot better or the contrast ratio got a lot better. It's just the fact that the power of the system lets the games look a lot smoother and a lot more realistic, a lot more 3D, so to speak. So playing Call of Duty on PlayStation 3 after you play it on PlayStation 4 is completely different. It just looks like little 2D paper people running around, but just the feel of it is crazy. The engines make it so much better that going back to an older system and playing is just not the same. You definitely notice a difference. I can't even describe what it is, but it's much smoother playing. And then I also have NBA, and that game runs amazing. And Assassin's Creed looks really nice with all the graphic details in that game. I was going to buy Killzone for the graphics in that game, but Assassin's Creed is an awesome game, and they do have a lot of graphically impressive things. So I'm really glad I got that. The sharing feature allows you to stream to Twitch, which I have done, but it hasn't said that I've posted any videos. I'm thinking it's linked to different accounts, so I'm gonna go check that and see what's going on there. But that feature's kind of cool. I really like that you can go back. The system actually records while you're playing, and it'll save the last 15 minutes of what you've been doing, and then it'll delete it. So if something cool happens, you can just pause your game, or at the end of your game even, it goes back 15 minutes. So at the end of your game, you can hit the share button and then look back 15 minutes and find what you did that was cool. It actually lets you trim your video on the spot and then actually upload it right away to Facebook. Now, Facebook is not YouTube, and if it let me upload videos to YouTube, that would be an awesome feature, but it doesn't allow you to do that. Now, if it did let you go to YouTube, it would be so much easier for me to put a lot of more videos out, because it's kind of hard to make a video, edit it, and then put it out when you're having fun playing games. It's just not, it's something you have to be really committed to, and I'm trying to, but it's not easy. So if that button let you upload to YouTube, it'd be way better for me. But you can go to Facebook. Otherwise, you can choose to start live streaming to Twitch or Ustream. And I haven't used Ustream before, but I heard it's pretty easy to switch from Ustream to YouTube, so I'm going to be starting to try to use Ustream. Otherwise, streaming to Twitch looks pretty nice. It broadcasts in 720 instead of 1080, so it downgrades the quality a little bit. Um, if you are planning on streaming a little bit while you're playing the PlayStation, I recommend buying a PlayStation camera because it allows you to also do a video capture and a voice capture at the same time of your broadcast. So while you're uploading, it can get a really good picture of you, as well as the mics on the camera will actually record what you're saying, so you can do a little commentary while you're live streaming and make your viewers a little bit more interested in what you're doing. So I think that's really, really cool. So PlayStation camera is $60. I haven't bought it yet. I'm thinking about it. It really depends on what I'm gonna do. If I really enjoy starting to stream and I get people watching my streams, then I probably will buy it. But that's another thing that's kind of cool about the system itself. Now the interface is very similar to the PlayStation 3. It's a little bit different, but then if you scroll all the way up to the top, then it's got a similar left to right menu system, and it's fairly easy to use. I haven't figured out how to download demos of games on the store. I downloaded the FIFA demo, so I got one demo, but then I couldn't find any other ones. So I wanted to try out like Madden, and I want to try out Battlefield to see if I want to buy those games, but it wouldn't let me do that. So unfortunately, I'm thinking maybe you can only have one demo at a time. I'm not sure. The other thing I'm worried about is on the back of the game cases it says about 50 gigs required for each game, and the hard drive of the PS4 is 500 gigabytes. So if my math is correct, 10 games will fill up your hard drive if you use it to maximum capacity. I'm not sure if that's true, or maybe you can add storage later. I'm sure you can, but I think that's a little weird that games recommend so much space, but I haven't had any problems yet, and I don't assume that I will for a while yet. I don't think it'll ever be a problem really, but you never know. Otherwise, like I was saying, the graphics engine is very impressive. Playing NBA is just a completely different experience. The cutscenes with people celebrating and their mouths move like perfectly. It like looks really real, and it's cool to show off to friends. And like Call of Duty, like I said, plays much smoother. Graphics is the biggest upgrade. Otherwise, for the systems, I don't know if they make a cord to let it plug into AV cables, but I've only been able to carry my HD TV around with me if I wanted to play, because if I bring it back to my parents' house or a friend's house that just have the older TVs, I haven't been able to play my PlayStation 4. So we'll see if they do that in the future. Another thing I would have liked is if they included a stand. And if you buy a controller, which I did, if they would include an extra cord to charge that controller. So those are the downsides of the system itself, I guess, but you can live with it. Also, it makes kind of a weird noise. I'm hoping it's just not my system, but it makes a really weird like a disc changing noise or something weird like that. But I bought it at Best Buy with 2-year protection, so I'm really hoping that if anything goes wrong within the first 2 years, and then I get a brand new system. That's what I'm hoping. Otherwise, PlayStation 4s are pretty hard to get right now. I know I work at Best Buy, and every time we get them in, there's people waiting outside before we even open. They know that we have them, and they are buying them immediately. So we get a shipment about 30 in, and they're gone. It reminds me of when the Wii came out. So if you're thinking about buying PlayStation 4 for yourself, or if you're thinking about buying it for a relative or a family member for Christmas, if you see one in stores, you probably want to get it. They're not very common to stay on the shelves very long, so if you see one, get one. And then the games I would recommend for it, if you're a sports fan, would be NBA. It's fantastic graphics. And then maybe Madden. I'm planning on buying FIFA, and then I don't even have the game, but I would recommend Killzone. Looks really cool. And then if you like playing online, shooters, Battlefield is a good one. It's got a little bit of bugs right now, but you can work through them. There will be patches that'll fix them all. So that would be my first recommendations, and then maybe a second controller, and you have to buy the stand, unfortunately. But that's all I have for my PlayStation 4 first thoughts. I'll be coming out with a review soon, so please stay tuned to my channel, and thanks for watching.